1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn the beat back.
Attention all passengers flying on flight G30XX. This is your captain speaking. We will begin boarding shortly, but just in case you weren't aware, your captain today is going to be Fake Namerson, joined by his unlikely co-pilot,
Cody Knight.
Alright. I was not, to be honest, of all people, I did not think I would be doing a solo podcast with this man. Especially if you heard episode 0. He's pretty low on the list. He's 6 of 9. That being said, he's still my friend. He's available.
Most of the time, almost 90% of the time. Weekends are probably one of the times I would say I'm not available for any of these. So
that's actually kind of weird, considering. Anyway, he's here today. We just got done recording gameplay, and I'm interested to hear what this man has to say
about the gameplay.
Not exactly the gameplay.
Well, I'm gonna say something about the gameplay anyway.
Okay.
It was. I had a lot of fun. That was more fun than I expected it to be.
I'm glad to hear it.
Also, let's just get this off the topic out of the way. I think because Jonas, already knows what I'm talking about.
Well, actually, there's like a few things you could be talking about.
Yeah, that's true. First off, honestly, I'm not sure what we should start off with. You have a list of topics already. So
this is usually I prefer it like a stream of consciousness. So if we start going off on a tangent, we don't just suddenly break back to the topic. We just continue with the tangent.
Oh. Well, that actually is a better way of thinking.
Like this, actually.
This sounds like an actual podcast. We're just speaking your minds.
Yeah.
Or you could just drop, no, what the? You gotta be kidding me. Or something like that. For no random reason.
You're not gonna turn to Colin, are you? Just say random shit.
No, I'm not gonna turn to Colin.
Alright.
Though sometimes it is very fun and tempting to do so. It's a lot of fun and it's very tempting.
Alright. Is there anything in particular you want to start with, or?
Not really. Just honestly, I'm not really sure what to talk about right off the bat. But I will say, I heard from that this is being recorded before the first episode 0 went up. I just listened to a bit of it, and I'm gonna say, I loved it.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
So, at the moment that we're recording, nothing is up on the channel. That also makes Cody the first person to watch one of our videos.
Well, it hasn't been a video yet. It's just an OGG file.
MP3. But
MP3?
that one is, at least. I'm probably going to change that format, but...
Yeah. Also, I was able to get Jonas to install a different, game recording software. I got him to get OBS, or for those of you who don't know, Open Broadcaster software, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, so... now he's got that, so he can record better videos that are, and because when we were recording Blaze Blue, I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were recording that earlier, it was he had a bit of trouble with lag issues on it or something.
Yeah.
So I recommended OBS. I wasn't sure if it was going to do any better. It turns out it had no frame rate issues at all.
I was recording with VLC Media Player because it worked for some of the other games, but it looked like the game was running at 10 FPS, probably 5 to be honest. It was that bad.
I didn't think it was at 5 FPS. It was maybe 15 at best.
So, well, you don't know the character, but a character would punch, and then the very next second would be that punch already reeling back.
Yeah,
you're not even the connection.
Yeah, it was all offline gameplay. That's how bad it was. The gameplay on our end, it was perfectly fine. It was just that
The capture.
Yeah, it wasn't capturing the video quality at like even the 30 FPS is like recorded in. So
I love that. I'm the person who finishes my friends' sentences.
like,
I know what they're saying before they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink some water.
All right.
Hashtag Shift drinks water.
Sponsored by water.
This video
Just
is
water.
sponsored by water.
In general, just in general. Cody, earlier you asked me a lot of things, and I said we would save it for this podcast.
Yeah.
I want to go through some of those now. For the on-eds as well. So...
Wait, hang on, before you say anything...
Yep.
Wasn't there actually something on Discord I mentioned that you said would make a great topic on podcasting?
If you did, I don't remember it.
I'm pretty sure we did. One moment while Jonas checks real quick on his phone, because I can't remember. Meanwhile, I'm just going to talk to keep the silence from showing up.
Alright.
Let's see. May as well go with one of the topics, why I love shuffling cards.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I don't know what it is. I just seem to have some weird obsession with shuffling cards. It's a weird fetish of mine.
Oh, whoa. Wait, whoa. Hold up.
Oh, I'm just kidding on that part.
The truth come out.
Yeah, the truth has cometh. I'm just kidding though.
It is confirmed. Jared, if you're watching this,
he's definitely gonna watch this.
Jared, if you're watching this, it is confirmed that Cody masturbates to his self-shuffle.
No!
He has confirmed it is a fetish.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, you shouldn't have said it.
Edit this whole thing out. Just edit this whole thing out. Something tells me you're not actually going to do that.
No, just edit the whole podcast.
But yeah, like that was just a joke though. Like knowing Jared, he'll probably take it seriously though. Dick.
Probably already has taken it serious.
No, I know him. He would take it seriously. For some reason, he seems to have some kind of beef with me. I don't know what it is.
Oh, do you want to talk about that? Actually, I want to ask. Can you think of anything you've done to this dude?
I can't.
All right.
Like honestly, he doesn't see. He just says it's just for fun. I'm like, that's not really fun for me or anyone else. It's just annoying and really selfish.
So I do know that this. I'm actually kind of glad I've brought to light this issue. Because he used to deny it, but he is a sadist. I don't know if you remember the period of time when he actually denied it.
I actually don't.
Oh. Like, I told him, you're a sadist. You enjoy other people's pain. And he's like, no, I don't. And then now he'll scream from the rooftops. I'm a sadist. Yeah.
A lot of people would probably take that a bit weirdly. I wonder, if he ever gets a girlfriend, I guarantee you she'll be a masochist.
It's gonna have to be.
Otherwise, they're never gonna like him. Like, he's honestly just really annoying lately.
Yeah, that's true. It has amped up lately.
Like, it's a little too much. Like, he's even gotten... speaking of Jared and his sadistic issues, he's got... Jonas mentioned this earlier. He's banned Jared from his server on Discord. Like, he's honestly got... Apparently, almost every issue... Not every issue. I almost said every issue, but almost every issue... Like, almost every issue seems to originate mainly from Jared. Which, I found that kind of interesting.
So, Jared online is a lot different from Jared offline.
In real life.
Yeah. I guess...
Like, he only does it online because he knows we can't do shit to him there.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the problem is Jared is punchable in real life.
Yeah, honestly though, he got, Jonas should remember this. Because I even said this to him, right on Discord in a DM. If Jared continuous trashing against me is making me just want to walk over to his house and punch him in the face. Because it is getting that annoying.
You do live right next to him.
I do, literally 2 streets away, 3 streets away maybe.
Aside from the individual things that I mainly went over in the podcast that we don't like about you, I can't think of anything that would warrant that, online harassment.
Yeah, he can actually go to jail for that shit if he doesn't.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's
I can press charges against him for online bullying.
That's actual cyberbullying. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I will tell him that next time he starts throwing shit at me. Like, if he starts throwing shit at me, I will threaten the police on him. And if they tell him to stop when he continues it, I will call them again and he will likely get arrested. I know he's listening to this, and I honestly don't care. I'm basically telling you right now, knock it off, because if you keep it up, either one of two things are going to happen: the cops will be called, or you're going to end up getting punched in the face.
I like how this podcast has now turned into a public open letter.
Yeah,
Jared.
it's an open challenge to Jared. But yeah, it got to the point where I was a little annoyed, and it even annoyed Jonas to the point where he locked us both in the argument room in his Discord server and wouldn't let us chat in anything else. But for some reason,
you should probably explain that. Because no one knows what that is.
Like, the argument room was basically, he put us in there to try to get us to make up, but neither of us said anything in there at all. Eventually, Jared left the server, so Jonas restored my permissions once he saw that. And I was like, well, okay. But it all started because Jared would continuously, non-stop, just, like, give assault on me.
Harass.
Yeah, assaulting verbally, rather. Right? It got to a point where I was telling Jonas to, like, again, I was telling Jonas, I'm really tempted to just go over to his house and hit him right in the face. I was really annoyed.
I'm gonna be honest. I would love to see that.
He would probably be like, oh. He'd probably be like, oh, if I actually did it.
That being said, I do want to kind of I'm not sure what that word is, but end this by saying I still consider him a friend. I'm not going to speak for you.
I do too in real life, but online, he's not a friend online. He is not someone you want to know online. If you ever see someone by Jack Winters, you're probably going to be looking at my friend Jared. And if he says anything really mean for no reason, just block him. Like, honestly, I don't know why Jonas has him on this channel.
Well, you kind of co-created it.
Well, he did, but honestly, from what I've heard, he's also really lazy a little bit and just wants to do gaming.
Yeah, so...
Thing is, he doesn't have a job to go out and purchase a capture card for his Xbox.
Well, this is another great topic for the podcast whenever we do that. But I think the reason I do associate myself with this dude, and I think the reason he's the best fit to be the co-creator of, or the co-star of this channel, his stream of I told him this too. His stream of consciousness is amazing. Like the places he goes in his mind and says out loud is incredible. Like you'll have to Cody, you'll have to listen to episode 0.
I'll be doing a reaction to that on my channel, which is likely going to be in the description below, especially the reaction link to it, which I will be sending that to Jonas to put into the description if he wants.
Can't promise that.
I know, that's what I said. I'm going to send it to you. If you send it to Jared, he's probably not going to put... If I send it to him, he's probably not going to put it up.
Even if you send it to me, I can't promise that.
You can edit the description if you logged into the channel.
Yeah, no, but... I don't know if I want to... I might just link your channel, but like...
Well, it's probably easier to just link to the video, so that way they can do both.
Alright.
So, let's see. What? Did you find the topic that you said would be good? No? I'm pretty sure it was almost like 2 weeks ago.
It's probably something already on this list, to be honest.
Probably. I have a feeling it might have had something to do with Jared. And the argument.
Oh, shitting on Jared? Oh, wait, no, argument.
Yeah.
Shitting on Jared, or?
No. Talking about why Jared has some kind of beef with me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was...
I was actually about to get into that, and then you continued. So, good job.
You sure I'm not better than Jared now?
From what I can gather, it's mainly the little things that both of us don't like about you. There might be some more things that he specifically doesn't like about you, but he hasn't told me. It's also the fact that you admitted that you don't like it, which is that's a no-no.
Yeah. And someone says that they don't like it, that's when you need to stop, or you're risking like charges being pressed.
Yeah, but Jared is not a normal person. I think the only normal people in this group of our friends is like me and Alec, to be honest.
Well, you're probably the only ones who don't have any mental disorders, like right. Jared and us. Like Jared and me, Gabe. We've all got like something that requires medication for like to keep us focused. Like Jared and I, we both have ADHD, I think.
Okay. So I'm glad I learned something new every podcast. I had a feeling that was the case, but I didn't want to say anything because like you guys are just so weird. It's not normal at all.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, Jacob, I don't know what kind of mental disorder.
Yeah, I was about to say like I think Jacob is also one of those normal people.
Only he's got a really fucked up mind.
Yeah,
let's just say that.
So, like on episode 0, I mentioned aside from the fact that he makes a lot of 9/11 and weed jokes
and baby death jokes,
yeah, dead babies.
Also demonetized this podcast. They won't. You can't talk about that on here. So I have to edit that.
I mean, we don't have an AdSense account anyway at the moment.
So. Oh yeah, that's true.
Fuck demonetization.
Yeah, how would it actually? That's another topic that we can get into after this one.
All right, so. Jacob is like, other than that, he really is just like the plainest dude. A fan favorite of Gabe.
Yeah. Is that all I wanted to say about it though?
Let's see. Are you curious? Well, no, you can just listen to episode 0.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, I actually need to mention this really quick.
Yeah.
Someone hacked into my YouTube channel and subscribed me to someone. They had over, I want to say, 5 million subscribers. Their highest, actually no, they had over 20 million. They had only 5 million views on their best video. Tell me, does that seem like, even in the comments, if anyone even bothers watching this, do you think that sounds right, or does that sound a little odd? Having your best video having 5 million views. I don't even think it was that high.
Wait, 5 million?
5 million views, 20 million subscribers. I don't even think it was 5 million. I think it was actually 5,000.
That doesn't sound too far-fetched, actually.
Having 20 million subscribers with only 5,000 to 5 million views on the best
5
video.
Million? If 5 million does not sound too far-fetched.
No, but subscribers, 20 million.
Yes.
With 20 million subscribers, 5 million views.
So think of something like Game Grumps. They have about 3 million subscribers, I think.
Yeah, but you're thinking of it like in reverse. You're thinking 20 million views, 5 million subscribers. You're thinking of it vice versa of what I'm saying.
No, they have a whole lot more subscribers than they do views. Not every subscriber is going to watch your video. That's, in fact, based on what you said.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They hardly had anything on their channel. And whatever they did have on their channel was only recent.
Okay.
So that makes it even more shady.
So that's a detail you failed to mention, but...
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, actually. But regardless, it doesn't explain the fact how I subscribed to them in the first place. Which makes it even more shady. Which means I think that that many people got their accounts hacked by this person and forced them to subscribe. It's
a weird thing to do with a hacked account.
I think they just wanted subscriptions. I did not even know I was subscribed, so as soon as I realized it, I unsubscribed. I do not know the name of the channel anymore, so... Yeah. Also, quick side note, there has been almost zero silence here whatsoever.
That's not true.
Well, I said almost zero silence. I didn't say there has been zero silence, I said almost zero. So we haven't had much, quiet time so far.
Probably a good thing. But...
Yeah. How long have we been recording, actually? 23 and a half minutes?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Time powering through it.
Let's see. Anything else we want to talk about on there?
Are you available next Tuesday?
I should be.
Alright. Because for me, you and Alec are going to play a game.
Oh? What game?
Yeah. Advance Wars.
What's that about?
It's a strategy game.
Alec would probably win that, if not you.
But it's not a competition. You guys are going to work together.
Oh, what? How are we going to work together?
You'll find out. Look forward to it.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to it, but the audience might not be looking forward to it.
Why not? Why would they not be?
Because we don't have... Because, think about how many subscribers you have. 2 subscribers. That's it.
Our fictional audience is looking forward to it.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Like, honestly, something tells me the gaming is probably going to get more videos than the, not more videos, more views than the actual podcasts.
It's going to get both, actually. More videos and more views than the podcast.
Definitely getting more videos and reviews, because, like, I assume you're breaking these up into, like, almost 20-minute segments?
Probably.
In that case, you should probably take a pause every once in a while, so that way it makes it a bit easier, so you can just stop, and then just edit out, and then just cut to the next part, so it's not just an abrupt ending.
The way I want to do it is just a stream of consciousness. If there are normal silences in conversation, sure, I'll cut around it. Otherwise, I'd prefer, just going without worrying about, like, oh, we're going to cut here, we're going to start here.
That was loud.
Yeah.
You see the spike on the wave.
This is actually kind of nice, having, like, we don't have to look down at the small screen to see.
Well, to see our most recent one. We see about half on this screen, half on the other screen. Like, next time if we ever do this at Jared's house again, or rather, actually, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If I promise to show up the next week after you get a capture card, would you mind if I actually borrow it every once in a while? Because I would need to borrow something from my PS4, so it doesn't cut out like gameplay for no reason.
I guess.
Okay. If you're in need of it, or if someone else is borrowing it, I completely understand. I can just use the regular recording/streaming function, but it's just a little annoying because it cuts off. It cuts off and stops recording at random intervals because for no apparent reason.
There's a very real. Well, are you talking about the parts where it says gameplay recording is paused, or?
Yes, like there's some points where there's really no reason for it. Like in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, it stops recording as soon as it reaches like the God of Destruction saga, and then it only records gameplay.
That's
Actually, no, it doesn't even record the gameplay. It doesn't even do that either.
What they're doing is, because, YouTube is kind of big now, they're failing at this, obviously, but they want to try and avoid people just watching YouTube to get the whole experience.
Oh, no, it's not even just YouTube. It's on any streaming platform you can get to, like Twitch. You can't even do it on Daily Motion.
Yeah. Well, they want to they want an incentive for people to buy the game. Especially if it's like story based, something like I believe it's like Ace Attorney. Forgot the name. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Yeah, I've seen something about that actually.
Yeah, there's a huge problem with that. They want you to buy the game and so you can get the whole story. Obviously, capture cards exist, which mitigate that problem, but ultimately a game developer wants you to buy the game to get to the story. They don't just want you to go watch it somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, the big problem with that, how are they going to be able to afford the game? Like, if they don't have a job and they're strapped for funds,
that's not their problem.
I know, which is why it's a good thing for capture cards. But anyway, what I was about to say, another problem with the PlayStation 4's streaming platform, and maybe Xbox One's as well, is that when you're recording Facecam, it's actually on your TV screen. It's literally blocking your in-game screen. You literally and it's also very distracting because for me it's quite distracting because my eyes are kind of drawn towards my camera to see if it's still working properly. I prefer it if it was not there. And only there in the video/stream, so I can just look over at the chat to see if anyone's talking, and see if the webcam's still working that way. Because
there's no option to disable it, or
no, it's either you record with the webcam in the screen on your own gameplay, or not at all. I prefer having webcam because it helps like give a reaction to the face. Like, because like, what if you come across one of those moments where you're like, "Oh shit, is that really how they're ending it?"
So
like,
that's an amazing segue into why we don't have a face cam. So
it's because you're camera shy.
No, actually, for as long as you know, can think of all the faces I've made and count them?
Not really.
All right.
Because you're usually not all that surprised by things. Though.
So one hand. You could probably count all the faces I make on one hand.
No, probably 2 hands, like maybe 6 or 7.
You, on the other hand, are a very reactive person.
Except I have terrible reaction time. That's the only thing about reactive.
Well, not reactive. Very expressive person.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Face cam only works for people who are expressive. Me and Jared are not expressive. So... It's kind of...
Well, in that case, wouldn't it be like for like gameplay videos that I'm featured in? Wouldn't it make more sense to just have my webcam in and you can just stay out of the webcam?
No, because that creates a terrible inconsistency. I'd rather just either we do it with or without.
Fair enough.
Like this in between.
Nah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, like think of if you were to watch me play a game and I just did this the whole time. Obviously, you guys at home can't see it, but I'm not a very expressive person. I have like one face,
and actually, I think that's one of the reasons you don't actually like horror, because it would actually make you have to express a lot. You would have like a lot more expressions to give out.
I just don't like being scared, but I guess
well,
so.
There's some games where you don't act, where it's not actually you getting scared. Like,
oh boy,
Five Nights
you
at Freddy's?
and Jared.
Actually, no. Like Jared, I don't think really talks too much about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, okay, but
like, I'm not looking for reasons to play games.
You and Jared are about to make the same goddamn argument.
I'm not actually trying to make an argument.
Okay, all right, I'll let you continue.
I'm just saying, like. Games like Five Nights at Freddy's, they're not even scary.
Oh, there it is. There it is. You made the exact same
really?
Goddamn argument.
I did?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, I didn't... Did he really? Like, but still though, it's not really scary, it's just startling. It just catches you off guard. After a while, you don't even get startled by it anymore, because you're expecting it. That's why it's not really scary.
I can't believe... I said... You're gonna make the exact same argument. No, I'm not gonna make the same argument. I'm not
trying to make an argument.
I'm not even gonna make an argument. But and then proceed to make the exact same words too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to hear this. I'd like to hear this after the podcast too.
We didn't record that specific moment on the podcast, but
oh, did you cut the recording?
No, we weren't recording at the time.
Actually, I just had an idea. What editing software do you use for your like when you edit the video and the podcasts?
I forgot the name of it.
Wouldn't it be easier to just have it like on your toolbar or taskbar?
I mean, at the moment, I don't use it all that much, so
I know, but in case you need it or something,
I guess. But it's actually super simple. You just you drag the video and then drag the audio into it, and then you proceed to cut or add from there.
Did that one cost anything or no?
No.
I think it might be Shotcut. Like, that's a free one and it has a very professional feel to it. It sounds similar to what you're saying it is.
That does not sound familiar at all. I think it started with an O or something. Oh well.
Shotcut, speaking of it, I use that for editing, but I'm also so lazy, I can't really edit anything.
Not sponsored by Shotcut.
No, Shotcut is completely free. They don't make any profit on it. It just, as far as I know anyway. But it is a very, very good recording, editing platform. I don't know why I was having such trouble finding that word. But it is really good if you're strapped for funds and don't want to just spend a ton of money on a professional editing software. Like, honestly, I really think it would be a lot of fun if I actually wasn't so lazy when it comes to editing. I prefer just recording the games and live streaming them. but I do not like editing. Like, if I wasn't so lazy when it came to
I don't think anyone
editing,
does.
When it came, actually, no, a lot of people enjoy editing.
Oh.
Like, for example, Sunday, not sponsored by Sunday, he actually just recently got an editor, and he enjoys editing those videos, apparently. Except when Sunday gets jump scared with literally ear rape. It's literally the loudest thing possible. They lower the volume for the viewers, but to them, it is 10 times as loud. It's almost like a jump scare, but it's not. It's just loud audio. It is the signification of what a jump scare is without an actual jump scare. Like, which is why I was saying Five Nights at Freddy's isn't that scary. Just take away the images. It's just loud noises.
How are we gonna take away the images and still play the game?
No, but like that's not what I mean. Like, if you were to take away the images, you're just listening to a loud scream. That's all you're listening to. So it reinforces the point. It's like even Markiplier did a video on it. Are jump scares scary? All it is just a sudden image appearing on your screen with a loud noise at the same time. It's not really scary. Only thing that makes it scary is the build up to the jump scare. That's the only real thing.
I don't like either of those parts.
I know.
So I'm not playing horror.
Honestly, though, you'd probably enjoy the mods for some horror games because they make them into like regular things. Like, for example, I wanted to talk about this on the podcast a little bit. Like, I played a lot of Doki Doki Literature Club mods. Not many of them on my channel, but a lot of the mods they turn them into like a normal game. It's not even a horror game anymore. Like the first one I played was the Purist mod, and I would have to say, definitely check it out. It was a fun mod. It wasn't even scary at all. It was just everything I loved. Especially the ending. It had its own version of the original ending song, with just a few lyrics changed. It was a lot of fun. If you take out a couple of words, it actually sounds like you could make it an actual song with the original instrumental. It's not
a song already.
No, it's not. It's like a parody of the song, but it's still the same. But it would use the same instrumental, if you know what I mean.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick break. Go to the bathroom.
In the meantime, actually, I think I'm gonna take a quick break too. Just stretch my back.